The last time.
Fucking fought a monster, kicked its ass, then we fucking put it in fucking ground. No problem. Nothing went wrong.
Sure. Sure, nothing went wrong. That's the story everybody's sticking to?
That's more or less what I remember.
Well, we decided to go and investigate one of the possible plant places. Since the previous session, it was discovered that the core of the eidolon was a pretty pricey plant. And Roz, in her infinite plant knowledge, knows that pricey plants come from pricey places. So we had a couple of options. We went with a convention center of fancy plants that was only here for a week. We went there thinking, oh, that's where we're gonna find the fucking orchid plant, right? Wrong. Different plant, different monster, still fucked up shit.
Y'all.
We also started a fire.
We didn't start the fire. It was only Ollie. We had nothing to do with it.
That's just the song. That's the end. It was only Ollie.
Listen,
Right.
Yeah, we fought the bees and the viper vine things. I forgot what they were called. They were cool though. And then we got the bee guy, the hive. I forgot what he was referred to as, but it was some fucked up shit. We got 2 members that are oofed and emotionally oofed as well.
Fucking
Yeah, I got my relationship with Ollie broken because he bashed me in the face.
To be fair, that was what you decided broke the relationship. It was originally a move that Rivera did because you rolled low enough when you're trying to do the certain move, but the two of you can no longer benefit from any type of relationship until some quality time has been spent between those two characters.
Right.
Thorn Viper.
Yeah, you went to the convention, you saw that there was some large insects that seemed to be flying around that were abnormally large, realized that they were magical. And they seemed to multiply the longer you were there. Set a fire to get everybody out of the convention center so that you could try to deal with it. Managed to handle them fairly well, fairly quickly. However, not before one of them essentially cornered a normal everyday human in the back rooms of this convention center. And when you came in, you saw that the eidolon magic was corrupting him and turning him into essentially a hive human. And was by the time you got back there, a full eidolon. A small and weak one, but a full eidolon. And you managed to fight him and beat him. However, number one, none of you have ever seen a human become eidolon before, just like you guys have never seen plants become eidolons before. And when you defeated him, magic faded and the corruption seemed to fall away, and at the core was left a pretty beaten up and bruised up human, completely unconscious. And the very end of the session, you guys scooped him up and ran out of the building, still trying to use the fire as a cover to get out without raising too many suspicions, and that is where we left off. So, as you all are rushing out of some back exits to the convention center, you see that there's a very, very thin crowd of people on this side of it. Most people went towards the front exits because they were guests and didn't really know that there were any back exits of any kind. So these are more of the workers of the convention center itself. And they're all kind of standing around. They notice you guys rushing out with somebody who's unconscious and in a very questionable condition for there just being the fire. And a couple of people come running towards you because it's Rivera that was carrying him last I checked. Tried to help you with this grown man. And you can, even before they get there, you already all can sense the questions. Why weren't you out already? What happened? Who is this? How'd he end up like this?
I'll make it simple. We don't know. We heard a collapsing sound. Go check. They were there. Now, you get this guy to a hospital, please.
Are you just
Keep it simple.
being aggressive about it, or are you trying to be nice about it?
Well, it depends on.
Nice aggressive. Nice aggressive.
Okay.
Like, this guy needs a hospital. Can we focus on that, please?
It depends on the level of demanding that this person is, because if they look at Ollie and make any sort of like, who the fuck are you? What's going on? Explain yourself. Ollie will kirk out.
They are not being necessarily aggressive about it. This is your standard confusion forcefulness that's kind of bordered on, like, panicked. These are, like, workers that, how the fuck was there a fire in our building? There shouldn't have been a fire in our building. And now you're coming out the back rooms with somebody that is beaten to hell. What the hell? They are not necessarily being aggressive. They're just being that kind of loud, the loudness that comes with uncertainty and fear.
Yeah. That's why I was being nice aggressive. I don't blame them, but let's get this guy to a hospital. Okay? Okay.
Alright. Roll me a persona really fast.
Persona. No, that's not my sheet. That's my sheet. Persona.
Ooh. So, you're trying to kind of hurry them along, and one of them has already got the guy, like, out from, like, your arms and is, like, doing the, like, trying to stand him on his feet, check him over. He is still out cold, though. Completely. The guy that was in the eidolon. Still covered in this kind of weird, kind of almost sappy residue. And just causes more confusion. But he is being ushered further away from the building by the guy that collected him. And there's others that have kind of scampered off trying to wave down an ambulance because the various emergency services are just now rolling up onto the scene. You could hear the sirens just kind of approaching and stopping and see the lights around the corner. None of them have made it to the back of the center yet, but they're just now arriving. And the other guy that ran up is kind of watched this happen and turns towards the rest of you and looks Rivera over. Clearly is not sure what to think about her in this kind of, like, expectant motion, kind of crosses his arms and looks to the other three as, like, and you guys are not going to say anything type, like, expression on his face, waiting to see if anybody else is going to talk.
The second he looks at Ollie, Ollie looks at him, raises an eyebrow, and just goes, "Fuck are you looking at?"
What exactly did Rivera say? Can I get a refresher?
I said something along the lines of, we were on our way out. We heard a collapsing in the back rooms. We rushed, found this guy, get him to a hospital.
Okay. Oh,
So side question, there was like hive heart on him, right?
Yeah.
Like he was pried out of a thing.
Yeah, so when you beat him, it just started to kind of slick and slide off his skin, essentially, and fall to the ground.
Okay, so he's just bare ass man now.
He's still got some clothes on underneath, but like there's
But
not
he
any
doesn't have
hive
the-
on him. No,
Yeah.
except
okay.
for the kind of sappy, sticky residue that remains.
Yeah, no, looks just fucking great. Looks like a cunt out of orange fucking honey. If this dude, that Ollie's not gonna say anything other than like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And if he keeps making eyes at Ollie, Ollie's gonna get more upset.
I thought you were speaking to him.
No,
Oh,
Ollie's
okay.
just mad.
Okay. Lana will kind of just like gesture to Rivera. It's like, we just tried to help him. I mean, I don't know why he's sticky. He's just a guy. We tried to help. We did our best. So, what do you want from us?
We also look tired.
Yeah.
We have been up all night. We're like, we were just enjoying the show.
A couple of young adults that frankly don't look rich enough to have really attended this convention with the intention of actually buying anything, that also look exhausted, walking out of the convention center a good 10 minutes after the alarm started and everybody else is already out, with unconscious sticky man. Very much a confusing, even in Vegas.
Yeah.
Lana, you can try rolling a persona as well. See if you can improve this at all.
Nope. Yeah, I don't know why I bother having Lana speak not in combat.
Quick question. I want to make sure that I have, because I didn't have it written down on my sheet. What was Ollie's condition? It was like
Muddled,
he's
I believe.
Muddled.
Your only ongoing one is muddled. You were essentially enraged.
Gotcha.
But that was a condition that was removed by Roz, so that you stopped attacking your friends.
And then my relationship with Rivera is definitively broken.
Yeah, is for now is considered broken. So the two of you cannot benefit from like, oh, we can do this together type move. Because no matter competitive, cooperative, you don't have those relationships right now.
I don't have those with anyone?
Not with Rivera.
You don't have those with me.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, you bonked me in the face.
No, I remember that.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure. I was like, mechanically, is it broken? Because I don't know what it would be if it's not that.
Yeah, it's broken for you and Rivera. You still have the relationships with everybody else at the moment.
Gotcha.
You two have to do some RP to fix that. So this guy has been kind of squared up against by Ollie.
Could I have potentially picked up on like a section that was kind of like somewhere really deep in the like some flowers that were some deep in the convention? Essentially, we got kind of lost or some shit like that.
What?
Does it even matter if this guy's suspicious of us or not?
Well, he's about to do something, so yes. I was just trying to understand what Iris was asking.
Basically, I'm trying to say, could I have picked up like we were by a stall? Is what I'm trying to say. Like, and say, oh yeah, we were by this stall with these specific explore it on there. And we got lost, kind of thing, and we found this guy.
You can trial. You can do a persona as well with a +1. Because you were actually getting distracted in there.
Persona.
Ooh. These rolls tonight are fire.
We're just fucking
Z,
tired.
Your magical girls are about to get arrested.
Yeah,
Hack it up.
Let's just hope that this is you getting all of your low rolls out at the start. So this guy, like, doesn't really believe Rivera. Lana is also questionable. Roz is just fumbling over her words, getting squared up against by Ollie. And he just, you see this, like, the more words that come out of your group, the deeper the crease between his brows get. And he finally doesn't touch anybody, but, like, opens an arm in this kind of, like, shepherding gesture to the group. I think you guys need to go talk to the cops for a few minutes and give some statements, because you're carrying this guy out. They're gonna want to know where he was and everything. So come on. He starts trying to shepherd the group towards the front of the convention center, where all the emergency services is and all the, like, tourists for the convention are.
Okay. Above table, Ollie, if you just want to, like, punch this guy in the face.
I was literally about to say, like, Ollie's gonna walk up and take his index finger and his middle finger, like, do that thing where he's pushing them together, and then tap him real hard twice in the shoulder and be like, if you fucking think that I'm gonna talk to a fucking cop, and just every word is punctuated by the finger jab. And I'm going to stare this dude in the face, get real close to his face, and give him that fucking hard glare and be like, you want to fucking see where this goes? That's just it. I want to fucking stare this dude down and get him to leave me the fuck alone.
You guys are starting to draw the attention of a crowd.
Lana is gonna throw her arm around.
I'm a tall, above character. You have my blessing.
Well, Lana's gonna throw her arm around Ollie, just fucking like, hey, so, you see, he's kind of got some issues with cops. We can talk to them, though. I can talk so much. I can tell the whole thing.
First,
I can talk a lot. I can tell every detail.
First, I need Ollie to roll a persona to see just how effective this intimidation tactic ends up being.
Oh, God. That's not going to be a good roll.
The best one so far. Let's go.
And with that partial success, you can also try a persona roll, Lana, with a +1. Because this guy is a little bit on his back foot now, because he was not expecting to actually, like, Ollie to get up in his face.
I don't know if I should...
for emotional overload.
I don't know if I should risk rolling.
You have to. It's your destiny.
I believe in you.
You must, Lana. You must roll.
Alright. With a +1, so a 9.
Hey! Let's fucking go.
So, you get up in this dude's face. He's just, like, your average, like, middle management for the convention center type dude.
Oh, okay.
Just, like, the button-up shirt and, like, the khakis is, like, mildly confused. You see, like, all the rest of the people behind him are just, like, you know, the like, reception and, like, basic guards. Like, the people that are there just to make sure that the building doesn't fall apart. And he just kind of blinks as you start tapping him on the shoulder, and his head tilts just ever so slightly in this, like, mix of confusion and mild offense at how aggressive you are at the moment. And her eyes slowly shifts, like slide from your face over to Lana's as she comes up really fast. Are you just like tossing an arm around Ollie, or are you trying to like pull him away a little bit?
Probably not really like pull him away, but definitely like throw arm around him, lean into him a little bit to like offset him a little bit so she's in front. But only by
you're
like
doing
only by like an inch or two though.
you're doing that thing where it's like, hey, good buddy, old pal, like that that move. Okay,
That is
I was gonna
exactly the
say.
move she's doing.
I was gonna say if you put your palm and fingers and hand, if you like grab Ollie with your hand, he is going to rear around and try to slug you. But you do the
no.
arm thing and he's just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is happening? Why are you hugging me? And then like gets befuddled out of the way.
Oh yeah, no. Lana gets the vibe to not grab Ollie. So she's just the hey buddy pal, I got this. Of I can talk to I can talk so much. Like that's the move she's going for.
It's like mouth hanging just slightly open. Again, this caught between confusion and shock and just like, the hell is going on? And looks back towards Ollie. Yeah, you might want to keep your friend a little bit more chill. Just saying.
We're practicing.
And you
He's
see
he's just jet lagged.
the phone starting to come out of pockets behind in anticipation for
Ollie
what they
cracks
believe
his neck.
is about to come.
Yeah, I think that I think we should take a little breather here.
Again, this guy has not been aggressive this entire time. He has been trying to be the authority figure.
Listen, I don't want to quote Anakin, but to Ollie, this guy has been aggressive. Just everyone just cool down. If that's like the vibe Lana's trying to give off. Ollie will duck under her arm and then back up and be like, fuck, God, fuck, and start mumbling under his breath. But he'll turn around and stick his hand in his pockets, kind of straighten his jacket for no reason. Dust himself off a little bit.
Thumbs up. We're cool. We're chilling down.
The second you say that, Ollie turns, sees all the people who are going for their phones, and he's like, "Fuck are you looking at?"
We're so chill.
Oh my god.
Just fucking throw a hand up, just like, "Oh, you got fucking rubberneck at someone else's funeral."
Handful of them definitely now recording. Like, none of them getting any closer, but a handful of them are now, like, zoomed in on, like, Ollie's face. Just like, okay, if we're not getting a fight, we're getting a Karen moment, apparently. A couple of them hear the yell and scatter.
If at least one of them is scattered, Ollie's pretty satisfied. If he gets a group flinch, that's fine.
Yeah, there's two or three that's like, oh, I guess I'm going towards the front of the building and make themselves like, okay, we're heading this direction really fast. The couple others, you can hear them kind of like muttering to each other, not catching what they're saying. And this guy, the manager dude, just kind of like looks Ollie over again and looks towards Lana. Because apparently she's the one with the head on her shoulders in this situation. And just shakes his head. I think you guys need to go that way. And he points down the alley towards where the flashing emergency lights are.
That's where I was gonna head right this second.
Uh-huh. And he just crosses his arms and kind of shifts in such a way that he's blocking the group from being able to go the opposite way down the alley, or at least he's going to attempt to, and just kind of taps his foot, waiting for you guys to move.
Lana gonna give him a 2-finger salute, turn on her heel, face the group, take a step to the group to join them again.
Oh, is he pointing us towards... When you say flashing lights, do they happen...
Emergency services.
Okay, is this... When you say emergency services, do you mean red and blue emergency services, or predominantly red emergency services?
Well, Ollie would not necessarily know because cops' lights and sirens are different from the 70s London.
That is a good point.
But the rest of you would know that there's like probably a good mix of everything up there right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
I mean, if Ollie doesn't know, I don't know. So I know even less.
Yeah, the two of you just know, oh, those sound vaguely like sirens for something.
Yeah. I'm gonna regroup and just say, I don't think Ollie should come in contact with any of those.
Yeah, how else are we gonna get out?
Maybe we go down the alley, start walking slowly, and we split up.
I'm not sure splitting up would be a good idea.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
We'll head that way, and we can shift into the crowd. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
Let's go.
Fucking gesturing, Ollie and Rivera, fucking follow us for the love of fucking God.
Okay.
We could link arms with our time-displaced buddies.
Yep.
I don't need you to link arms with me. I can follow.
You go to link arms with Ollie, and he just looks at you and just goes, "You didn't fucking touch me with your arms. I need fucking space."
Oh my
Okay.
You just kind of assert his hands in his pockets, kind of straight into the jacket again.
I assumed the link arms was a figure of speech.
God.
Oh, I thought you were actually trying to link arms, and Ollie's like, "Don't try it."
It was more
Just
trying to
fucking-
say stay together, but
Yeah, like Lana just like, don't you fucking link arms. She's like, what the fuck? I wasn't gonna link your arms.
Although, to be fair, I also am 100% certain that Ollie is Lana's responsibility because she is the other physical character.
Yeah, I assumed it was. I doubt Roz would want to be with Ollie at the moment.
yeah.
I doubt Rivera would want to be with Ollie at the moment. So, Ollie, stop fucking shit up. So yeah, Lana's just gonna fucking just like, okay, just stick with me. We're gonna figure shit out.
So you guys head down this alleyway, and the closer you get, the louder it becomes. The sirens are closer. You hear the crowd mumbling. You hear kind of the general sounds of abnormal traffic where people are trying to get around. Like the large 4-lane, 5-lane road is being compressed down into like one. And it's causing everything to be worse. And all these people are standing outside the convention. You can all of you have the distinct smell of smoke on your clothes, but you can still smell it strongly wafting out of the convention center. You hear the alarms inside. You're all fairly certain that the fire has gotten large enough that sprinkler systems are kicking on, but it seems like wherever Ollie set the fire was in such a place that it got just large enough to be problematic and continue to be problematic before the sprinklers and everything fully kicked in. And as you're coming around the end of the building, you can see there's a line of firefighters. They're starting to like kind of trickle towards the door, trying to assess the building. And you can see a little bit further off, about 4 or 5 ambulances scattered around. A couple of them with some people sitting near or standing by, where they seem to be the general assessment of, did you guys breathe in smoke? How are you like in shock or anything like that? But you can see the closest one to all of you has a cot that is being, or a gurney that is being loaded into it with a person laid on it that you assume is the person that you carried out. And beside the ambulance, talking to the EMTs, you can see a couple of the people that helped to get him down the alley towards the emergency services, talking to the EMTs, and one of them seems to notice you and seems to start gesturing the EMT in your direction. You guys can try to skirt out of the way real fast if you want, or you can talk to the EMT.
Listen, this AMT. Are there visible, let's say, lawmen of some kind around?
Yes, there's cops that are trying to kind of corral the crowd and talk to people. They seem to have their hands full.
Good enough for me.
They are not necessarily paying attention. The only one that is now actively paying attention to you is this EMT that was being pointed in your direction.
I don't need him. I'm fine.
Just Ollie, we cool with EMTs?
Yeah. They're, some of them are kind of cockheads, but it's not the profession. The profession doesn't bother him. It's just that there happen to be a lot of cockheads who end up as EMTs. In Ollie's opinion.
Do we know that, though?
And that was me in character of Lana being like, Ollie, we good with EMTs? We good with paramedics? We good with those?
Ollie,
okay.
You literally verbatim just like, he nods and he just goes, yeah, a couple of cockheads, but don't fucking bother me.
Okay.
Bother me. You can tell when Ollie is looking at something and when he is angrily looking at something. And looking at an EMT, this is just normal level of angry looking at them. Looking at cop, much higher anger level.
We could go sit on like 3 of us sit somewhere and one of us could talk to them.
Sure.
Who's the volunteer is the question.
I
also remembering that Rivera and Ollie in particular look really fucked up.
Yeah.
Ollie, are you suggesting we go sit and let them help us or talk to us?
No, I was suggesting that we try and separate and have someone play defense, essentially.
I don't get it. What are we defending?
Social distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alana can do that. She can try at least.
Why don't we just leave?
Yeah, Ollie's gonna keep walking. And if somebody stops him, he will react. But he's gonna just keep walking. No, not fast or slow, just steady pace. Is there a guy walking straight towards us, or just looking at us like, fuck, I need to go see them?
I mean, after you guys get pointed out by this EMT, kind of starts walking your direction, because you guys are looking at them. So he's not moving necessarily fast at the moment, but he is heading in your direction.
Ollie's gonna say under his breath, like, avert his gaze from the EMT, and then look up and down the street, just kind of survey the area, and then say to the group while he's just kind of randomly scoping about, like, we should fucking move. Go get a move on.
Okay.
I don't really have a better plan.
Alright, so let's just try to leave, and if they don't let us leave, I'll try to talk to them, and you guys can try to leave, and if they don't let any of us leave, then we'll figure it out.
Blend in with the crowd?
Yep.
All right, you guys start heading into the crowd and start to try to avoid the EMT. You see, he tries to pick up pace, catch up with you guys when he realizes that you guys are just continuing to walk. But there's just enough people that he has issues, and you guys get away. You guys also will not be able to contact the human that went into the ambulance again. That's what I was trying to
Oh, that's
offer
fine.
you.
Nah.
Yeah, that's why Lon was like, I could talk to him.
So, if I am saying,
Oh, I
if I'm
thought-
giving you guys options for things, there is a reason for it. But you guys have lost that opportunity.
I misunderstood. That was my bad. I thought you were saying, like, I want to talk to the EMT, and Ollie's like, well, I'm fine.
Yeah, so I was like, Lana can talk to him while you guys do shit, but no, guess not.
But you guys get away from the convention center without any further issues. Though you guys do get a little bit of side eyes and confused glances as you're getting a couple blocks away, all kind of smoked out. Rivera and Ollie bloodied and bruised. Where you guys head? What do you guys do?
Home? Probably?
Go back to Roz's house, right? That's the only place we have that's safe.
We could, yeah, I guess we could regroup there. But
There's always Denny's.
True.
Which I'm pointedly avoiding.
uh,
What time
Hot
of day
bucks.
is it?
It is a little afternoon at this point. It's around 1, 2 o'clock.
Okay. Well,
oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, while we're kind of walking, Roz is going to try to channel her magic a bit. And I kind of imagine her hands kind of get like sappy, is the best way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna do some healing for both Rivera and Ollie with the life magic. That is okay.
Okay. So I want you to just roll me a straight mystical roll, see how well you're being able to channel that right now.
Okay. I am not being able to channel that right now.
I'd say that you can get off probably 2 heals worth.
That's fine.
But that's it. Or is that just your straight heal 2 damage? Or are
Yeah.
you trying to do? Okay.
The straight 2 heal.
Alright, so you have two healed heals that you can give to whichever one you want, or split it up or whatever.
Split it up. You each get 2 health.
2 HP per.
Just trying to make him not look as banged up as they.
No, I'm at 5 out of 11.
I'm at 8 out of 12. Let's go above 50%, boys.
So
Can't imagine what that's like.
are you guys heading towards Roz's place then?
We can go to Starbucks if we don't want to go to Denny's.
No. Roz is
Okay,
actually
Roz is
concerned.
better.
Roz is actually concerned about the other places, because yeah, This isn't what we were looking for.
Okay, so where now then?
Well, there are 2 other places to go, but I mean, are you 2 up for fighting at this point?
I I I don't know. Are you guys?
Are we what?
Up for fighting.
Ollie wipes his nose a little bit. No blood? Nods his head. Yeah, I'm good.
Rira?
I got my face bashed in by a guitar. I might need a little bit.
Okay, let's just, I guess, regroup. Get some, I don't know, food. Let's just go over all the fucking weird shit we saw. Figure out what to do next. Are we going to your place again, Roz? Where are we going?
I guess that's fine.
Okay, I can. Well, pulls out her. Sorry.
We'll just have to go through the back. Don't want to cause a commotion in front of the shop.
We can always just go to like my hotel room if you don't want to cause trouble.
Yeah, that would work.
All right. Lana's gonna pull out her phone, look at the map. Okay. Zooms in on the map. Places order of food on the way to the hotel. We're set. Let's go.
Okay. So you guys head towards Lana's hotel. And she has kind of just a basic, not super fancy hotel. It's clearly not one of the tourist trap ones. It's for more of the people that are just having to pass through Las Vegas. But you guys head towards the hotel. You have to go through the lobby to get inside. There's a poor underpaid receptionist that kind of looks up with the like initial knee-jerk reaction of greeting when she hears somebody enter the door, sees your collective condition, opens her mouth to say something, closes her mouth very slowly, shakes her head, and sits down. And it pointedly avoids looking at you. As you all head through to the elevators to head up to Lana's room.
Lana will lead them to her room, fishing out her key. She'll like the fucking key card out, puts it into the door, it unlocks. She freezes for a second, turns to the group. Wait a second. Goes inside, slams the door shut. You hear a lot of commotion.
Wanda?
Raises an eyebrow.
Like a minute to like 30 seconds to a minute later, Lana comes back, opens the door up, a little winded. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Inside. Get in, quick.
Into the hotel.
Goes inside, but is suspicious.
You see peeking out from the vacant like closet is like a half open suitcase. Like the corner of it is like holding the door open still. And you just see like a mountain of like just shit. Just like clothes, shoes, jackets. Just looks like just piled in from like the little sliver of closet you can see.
Ollie looks at it and just, like doesn't comment, just moves on.
Okay, let's. Anyone have an idea what the fuck we just saw? That shit was weird and new.
Stuff definitely nothing we've encountered before.
Not in our time. What about fucking pastime?
No,
Nothing.
it's new for us.
Shakes his head. Never seen shit like that before.
Well, fuck.
You're telling me.
Accurate reaction is accurate.
Then, I mean, it like the eidolons that Ollie would be used to.
Mm-hmm.
Did they look like the one that he fought when he first landed here in the desert?
More or less, yes.
Okay. So they're kind of just animal shape.
Not necessarily animal shape. Some of them were humanoid, but the eidolons that all of you are familiar with either were manifestations of kind of emotion and thought from like collective people. So essentially, a baby eidolon would pop up, start absorbing the collective thoughts and emotions of those around him, start poisoning the area to be even more like that. So if it's like a fucking depression one or something like that, would pick up on the depression, start eating it, and start making the people around it more depressed so that it could have more to eat. And would form a fully magical body that way. Or, on very rare occasion, would infect an inanimate object, like rock or stone or metal, and take on forms similar to that. The infecting of plants and people, things that have life and energy flowing through them, is 100% new.
We know about Roz fucking around with the plants the other night, though.
Yes. I think everybody but Ollie watched her fuck around with the plants all night.
Everybody but Ollie? Fuck.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
Ollie was there at first.
You know about it because you were there at the start, and then you got a pseudo discussion about it in the morning, as much as Ollie had patience for. You did not watch the entirety of it, though, because you pissed off Roz, so you went inside to have a Lord of the Rings marathon.
Yeah. Ollie, like, thinking back on it, would just shrug and kind of... I imagine there's a shitty little hotel couch. He'll plop down on the hotel couch, hands in his jacket pocket, and kind of sit with a really, really wide stance and lean his head back on the backside of the couch. And just... He kind of does a vague gesture in the direction of Roz, and he just... Oi, you're fucking the one with the experiment. What do you make of all this?
Roz is, I imagine she started laying on the bed kind of thing with like just looking up at the ceiling, trying to not relax but just like process, I guess. And she kind of tilts her head over to look at him and is like, don't, my experiments weren't really that helpful in much. It works all the same, but just with organic life now, mostly. So go to the notes.
Are you just trying to remember what you learned from your experiment?
Yeah.
That you could purify the plants. It took longer if they were bigger, allowed to grow more. When you purified them, essentially all of like any flowers or anything that were on the plants fell off because those were the things that were morphing into the eidolons. However, the stem remained healthy and growing. If it was too far corrupted, It looked like the plants would take some time to heal from the process, but they could heal. And then you also found out that if you planted a plant in the same pot as the eidolon, so a normal plant and an eidolon plant together, it would start to infect the other plant.
Yeah, so not much has changed in terms of how we know eidolons work previously. It's more physical rather than just magic.
Yeah, it's at the moment with what you have seen. It seems to be some of the same concepts, but it's the fact that it is infecting living, growing material is brand new, and this time you did not see anything affecting the environment. However, the orchid was affecting the people around it when you fought it the first time.
So if it's strong enough, it could affect them. Either that, or it was a mix of two different eidolons potentially. The safer option, or the safer bet, would just say they're strong this time around. Essentially.
Ollie will look towards Lana and ask, and where were these fucking other plant fucking things?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Where were the other plant things going on? The other places we were gonna go?
Pulls out phone, opens notepad. Roz, what's a tourist garden? Indoor, outdoor? What's that?
The sanctuary, hopefully.
Yeah, I know there's the
Nursery.
botanical gardens. But that's closed. There's the tourist gardens.
The other one was at a hotel. It was like a display, I believe.
No. There was two separate tourist gardens, one indoor, one outdoor.
Yeah.
There is the convention that you've been to. And then there was the botanical gardens that the building itself is closed right
now. Ollie.
And you remember that you went to the convention because that's one where it's definitely going to have exotic plants. The other two tourist gardens, you don't know what they have specifically. You just know that there's enough money coming into them that they might have the orchids that you're looking for. And then you do know that there are orchids at the botanical gardens. You just don't remember if there was one of the specific ones that you were looking for.
Ollie nods and says, like, alright, why don't we go fucking one that's closed? No people there. Nothing can go wrong. And leans his head back.
Because breaking in was a smart idea.
Yeah, I'd love to go there again. It was cool, but, I don't want to get arrested for this shit. Maybe we could, I don't know, go to the ones that's not as illegal. And then if there's nothing there, then go there.
Ollie,
I'm still pretty beat up, by the way.
Yeah, Rivera's still pretty beat up, by the way. Gesturing to Rivera from where she's seated
in the head with a flaming guitar. Can't just eat a cookie and be okay after that.
Ollie pointedly does not look at Rivera and just goes, alright, well if you're so fucking smart, where the fuck are we go now? What the fuck are we supposed to do? Just sit here on our asses and wait for the next fucking eidolon to come out, turn another motherfucker into a beehive?
That's what we're trying to figure out right now.
We can gather more information while I recover. That way we're not wasting time. I can see what leads I've gotten with the things that I sent out.
Yeah, that'd be good. Something we could do here while you guys recover.
And I'm sure Ollie wants to look into his band more, so.
There's not a fucking look into. We're fucking what, 50 years ago at this point? He leans back and looks up at the ceiling. Fuck, those are probably dead anyway.
Well, you're supposed to be dead, but here you are, right? Can't give up just like that, okay?
He closes his eyes and just kind of breathes. Okay, he'll sit up. What am I good for? What can I do?
Let's get you two healed up first. I think that having everyone at 100% would be good.
He leans back and sits on the couch. He's really itching to do something and to feel useful.
Lana's gonna. Good.
Oh, no, I was going to be out of character, so fine.
Just Lana's just gonna she's like seated at like the head of one side of the bed. It's like reaches into like the nightstand, takes out like the complimentary pad of paper and pen, and she's just gonna start writing down all of the shit she has seen so far. Just get it all onto paper before she fucking forgets. So that's what she's
I don't know
doing.
why, but when you said you're reaching in the nightstand, I was like, are you pulling out the Bible or what's
That's what I thought too! That's what I thought too, and I was like, why is she going for the fucking complimentary Bible?
About to beat the fuck out of Ollie with the Bible is what I was thinking.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna take out the pen and paper. It's like, look, why do you guys do your thing? I'm gonna start writing down all the shit I've seen before I forget. Makes peace sign, start scribbling.
Okay, so you're trying to get people healed.
Yes.
Because you are not transformed currently. Essentially, all of your idol stuff is not useful.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to just spam heal with other magic. Alternatively, there are 2 healing mechanics. Just standard to the system. One is if you spend a full day, so a good 12 hours resting, you fully heal. And you can roll to try and recover any conditions that you are currently suffering. Alternatively, if you rest for a period with, like, amongst your group or by yourself, so a good 3 or 4 hours, you can roll, and you can roll to see if you heal everything and heal a condition, or if you are like the middling success range is you can heal everything or a condition, and that would take some burden off of Roz to do it either the resting for 4 hours, resting for 12 hours. Because if Roz, I'm gonna say, because it kind of breaks the system a little bit, for you to just spam heal outside of combat, you would end up suffering some -1s on rolls later.
I can wait. I'm patient.
I figured as much. I wasn't expecting just like full spamming until 6. I figured it would supplement and hopefully speed things up, because like Roz does want to get to the other places, because this wasn't supposed to, if what we were looking for was not there. She was very concerned about what's at the other places.
Mm-hmm.
So she wants to get moving as quick as humanly
Okay,
possible.
we'll try a 4-hour then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you guys want to try for the 4-hour kind of wait time, you're going to be rolling the rest and relaxation. So that'll be a plus emotional roll. And the two of you can roll those. Let's see what you get. Okay. Good for Rivera. So you, plus 10, you will regain all of your HP and remove any condition or any single condition if you're having multiple conditions.
Hey,
There
that
you go.
is as good as it's gonna get for me.
And you do the same, Ollie. You fully recover any HP, and you can remove up to one condition.
And this is canonically like how many hours? Like 4 hours
4
in
hours.
game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's time to watch The Hobbit.
So
Huh.
Lana is writing down stuff, at least for a good bit at the start. What is Roz doing?
Well, the plan was to assist with them, but I
mean, you can mother hen them if you want.
if they're doing okay, can I potentially see if, like, make a call, see if the closed off place is maybe could get like a quick in or something along those lines, like a private viewing or some shit like that.
With the means and connections you have, you know that you wouldn't be able to pull that off.
Yeah. I don't know what I can do to help here.
Alright, think on it for a bit.
Yeah.
Rivera?
Well, the first thing she did was make use of those wonderful hotel baths and had just a nice, deep, relaxing soak in the tub.
Don't tell me you use Lana's bath bomb.
Absolutely. She had no idea what it
Yeah.
was. She used it.
Just follow the instructions on it.
Yep.
You bitch.
Found her new favorite thing in the modern world.
Oh, that was yours? I thought it was provided by the hotel with those little soaps and stuff.
It's fine.
Oh my god.
After that nice, relaxing soak, she's gonna check on the requests that she made to the various places about her identity.
Okay. So, one of the requests is still going because you literally made these requests yesterday in game. Another one has given you some preliminary things. Like, this is what we got, these, like, kind of an update of, like, we're still looking, we still are, like, trying to find these things, we know they're here somewhere, but here's, like, 2 or 3 things that we did initially find that might be interesting to you. And, the first thing, well, really, the primary thing that was sent to you was a copy of a yearbook. A senior class yearbook from 1911 that has the pictures of the entire senior class of girls at the school. And as you're kind of looking through that, you see the face you are currently wearing.
That is disturbing.
Well, no, that's my ability. It was to change appearances of somebody, but I had to turn my appearance into somebody that I had previously loved. Was what let me do that.
And the name that is attached to that is Elizabeth Mary Day.
Elizabeth Day. Okay.
And roll me. What is your emotional modifier?
2.
2? Okay. So I'm going to essentially try to simulate the disadvantage from Cyberpunk. So roll me 3d6. Okay. So that's a total of 7, which just passes. And as you're kind of looking at this, again, this is a all-girls school from early 1900s. So there's maybe a total of like 25 women in this like little pamphlet, essentially is what it ended up being. And you recognize Elizabeth. Like, not just because it's your face right now, but there's something in the back of your mind that you hear a voice like laughing and talking about going for a walk, and there's you think it's her voice, and you start looking at the other faces, and first time you look over the rest of them, nothing. Second time, you kind of pause, and there's one or two other women that you're like, for some reason, make you think there's something there, but there's not the recognition that you have with Elizabeth. But you kind of your eyes keep getting brought back to them. And so you are almost 100% certain that you know this group.
Yeah, my squad. Let's go.
But it's still just a little foggy for you.
Yeah.
But it does give you hope that whatever this group finds and sends you next might start answering some questions. And now you have a name. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I'm good. After that, I'm just gonna lay in bed and watch stuff. Still amazed by modern television.
Trash TV.
Oh, and
Rivera's
eat.
gotten
And eat.
Rivera's gotten addicted to trash television.
Lana puts on telenovelas.
Oh, please.
Oh no.
Ollie,
Yo.
is there anything you would like to do?
So, Ollie, if we have a few hours of just recovery time, I imagine he probably kind of just bums around and wanders for around the hotel room for probably 20 or 30 minutes. And he gets bored and then wanders around the hotel like at large for 20 or 30 minutes. And then comes back to the room, and at that point he's been alone with his thoughts for far too long. And he'll go see that Rivera is doing her like desk research thing. And so he'll in not in the meantime, but in his own free little moment, just noodle a little bit on his guitar because it's kind of just how he likes to chill. And once he noodles around for another 20 or 30 minutes, he will be decidedly impatient and frustrated enough with himself that he'll go and not make any noise or noodle with it just randomly. He will very quietly tune it, just doing the nonchalant like ding 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 ding, and then he'll go and sit next to Rivera. And he has the opportunity. I didn't anticipate him having an opportunity to like address it right away, but with a 4-hour window of just noodle, he has an actual chance to think about his behavior. And he'll still not looking at Rivera. Stop tuning his guitar and just kind of hold it, like one arm over the body of it and his hand under the neck, just kind of disappointed body posture, and he'll just be like, "Oi, sorry."
It's okay. You didn't mean to.
He shrugs, just, it's just kind of got caught up in a moment. Pissed off at a fucking eidolon.
And I get that. Just be careful of, what you're trying to do. You have a team.
He nods. And he will sit with Rivera and watch TV with Rivera, whatever telenovela happens to be on. He hates it, but he watches it anyway.
His brother is also his sibling, but it's also her aunt? What? I don't get it.
He not
And
looking at the TV, he's like picking at one of the things, like just kind of polishing a spot on his guitar, and he just goes, "That sounds like a bunch of fucking insects to me.
not.
Bunch of fucking Uncle Puckers."
And I'll say the two of you can go back to cooperative relationship.
Hey.
If you spend the rest of the time talking about trashy TV telenovelas. Did you decide on anything specific you wanted to do with Roz, Iris?
Yeah, kind of. So Roz was kind of a little bit mother henning the other two because she was worried and want to make sure they were good. Once they kind of settled, she sat on the bed next to Lana and went to grab her phone that she had kind of like laying on the bed and happened to pick up the wrong phone. So she went and picked it up and looked at it and notices that it was Lana's and takes note of the screensaver that that was there. And remembering an old back when they were originally a team, an old trip they took together. and she stares at it for a little bit, and she doesn't know the password to open it up, but like she's keeps flipping the phone on to look at the picture and like would glance over at Lana a bit. It's like, hey, I think you have my phone. And she hands Lana her phone back.
What?
I think you have my phone.
Pulls out phone from pocket. Oh. Uh. Sorry, here?
Yeah, no problem. Nice screensaver.
Thanks! I didn't look at yours actually. I'm sure it's cool, you know. Clicks button to see screensaver.
I'm well, yeah, it means a lot to me. And the screensaver is of a cactus in a potted plant with a nice, like, it's like a morning picture. So the sun is kind of rising behind the, through the blinds behind the cactus.
Oh, cool plant.
You don't recognize it?
That's the plant? Like the plant?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it grew. You know, why didn't? Of course, it grew. That's what plants. You know, cool plant. I'm sure it would. What?
What did you say?
I said wild.
She's like, fucking plants fucking grow. Okay, yeah, good job. Here.
I mean, it's actually bloomed a few times. So it's really pretty.
They bloom?
Yeah, didn't you pick the species because I wanted it?
Yep.
Oh my god. Lana's cringing out of her mind.
Lana's brain is the fucking SpongeBob meme of like running around. Everything is on fire. She's like, what the fuck do I do?
Dining and breathing.
Talking and thinking at the same time? Less likely than you think. Just fucking... Yeah, that's why. Cactus, you know. I forgot, they bloom sometimes.
Secondhand embarrassment is strong in this one.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people forget. I guess
It's like a pink flower, right?
Odd.
Yeah, I remember. No, I don't think. No, I remember that they bloom. I know that one blooms. I picked that one because it had a picture on it that bloomed, and the flower was pretty on the picture, and that's why I got it. I just didn't expect you to still have it, and it's doing great.
Well, I mean, you gave it to me. It was a gift. Why would I get rid of it?
I don't know. Maybe you moved. Maybe you lost it. I don't. Maybe it wanted to move out. You know, find its own way in life.
She's losing it.
Fucking Ollie and Rivera, you can feel the palpable awkwardness from the other side of the room.
Roz is kind of like poking her fingers a little bit, like looking at her hands.
Lana's floundering. She's like, her gestures. She like gestures with her hands a lot when she talks, but like they look a little bit more frantic than usual.
Ollie looks at the TV with the telenovela on it, and then he looks back at those two. He's like, huh. Can't tell the difference.
He nods in agreement. You're not secretly sisters, are you?
What?
What?
What? No.
No.
Wait, are you both fucking?
Not what?
Oh, maybe they want to.
Roz
Third wheel?
is beet red.
Are we third wheel, Sully? Should we leave?
Ollie like shrugs and looks very innocent and just goes, "Oh look, I'm a progressive where I come from, so don't bother me."
Not saying no. Maybe we should leave.
You know, I think
Ollie,
we should turn off the telenovelas. Lana like grabs the fucking remote, flips this fucking smashing buttons. You know, I think you guys watched too many of these. I would just put them on because my grandma likes them. Let's put on like SpongeBob
mashing
kid.
buttons.
Yeah.
Roll
Like,
a
no,
D20.
she's like, no, she's like clicking
Roll
the
a
fucking
D20.
No,
It's too
roll,
late.
roll
No!
a D20.
No. She was just like clicking the channel button to like flip channels, going to fucking Nickelodeon. SpongeBob's rerunning. It's gotta be. It's always rerunning.
panic,
Nope.
crying.
I want to see the result of this D20.
Not as bad as it could have been, but start flipping and it's just nothing but like kissing scene, sex scene, kissing scene, kissing scene, kissing scene.
I was gonna
You
say,
know
like,
what?
are you
No
gonna
TV.
land her I was gonna be like, are you trying to land her on like one of the hotel porn channels?
She rolled a 1, yes.
CC's like fucking all of like the movies and like TV shows, just kissing scene, romantic scene. Just fucking, fuck it, no TV. That's it. You know what? Look at the time. We have to go. You know, I have a order to pick up. I'm gonna go get that. We're gonna eat and we're gonna leave. Bye.
Ollie reaches into his pocket and he just goes, like, digging around for something in his coat pocket, and he just goes, "Did my fucking cigarettes travel with me through time?" You sound like you could use a fucking smoke, mate.
Fuck you. Slams door. Opens door back. Roz, can I have my phone?
Roz was left on the bed through all that. She's like, I'll go with you.
Great! Sure! Let's go! Sure, great! Super! Let's go!
I do want to be alone.
Ollie just, again, looks unimpressed, raises his eyebrows, and, like, he plays on, like, a little, like, ding, 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 ding. Just little pangs on the metal guitar.
Fucking get flipped off by Lana as she fucking gathers her phone, fucking walks out. That went from 0 to 100 really quickly. Okay, yeah. Lana's just gonna go pick up food order. I imagine she just got a fucking pizza. Gets it, brings it back to the room, munch. Quickest, fastest munch in the West before they set back out. Refusing to make eye contact with anyone.
Ollie is like, he's not really trying to hide it, or rather, he's not very good at hiding it. But he's like looks over at you, looks over at Roz, watches TV a little bit, looks over at you, looks over at Roz, goes back to watching TV.
Roz is on the other side of the room of Lana.
Yeah.
At this point,
That's why. Yeah.
in like a chair or something, and she's just like not looking up, just looking at her hands.
Lana's on the phone, scrolling through memes. She's eating a pizza really fast.
Okay.
Nice.
Good job.
So.
You showed them telenovelas.
This is your fault, Lana.
I threw that out as a fucking joke.
It's too late.
Yeah, you paid the.
You know what? You know how many things have been thrown out as a joke for this campaign that are canonical?
Yeah, like a strip club for the seal.
I didn't think it'd have this much of a fucking impact. Telenovelas are banned now.
You made a disaster buy. The disaster buy has to be a disaster.
She's not a disaster buy. She's a disaster gay.
Even worse.
It is, because it shouldn't be worse, but it is. Fucking... Let's get this fucking magical girl to go on a fucking road. Let's
get this magical bread.
Okay. So, you guys managed to get healed up. Rivera, Ollie, you're still just a little bit sore, but like you look down and you realize your magic has pretty much completely healed both of you. And Ollie, you even see the like scarred marks where you had burned in the fingerprints from that shard is starting to fade now. And you're pretty sure they're probably going to be gone by tomorrow, completely. So the magic seems to, for much to your relief for Roz and Lana, the magic seems to have been kind of fully kicked back into gear for the two of you. Because you are now healing at about the same rate as you guys used to. What are you guys doing? Where are you headed?
The place is open now, isn't it? I can't even remember the name of it. Not Arboretum.
Gardens.
Yes,
The
thank you.
botanical gardens were closed for construction.
Oh.
It's not a time of day.
We're not getting.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
not
there's
The last place was
2 hotel gardens. 1 indoor, 1 outdoor.
I guess we're going to the outdoor one.
Yeah. I'll vote. Can we
I
do
don't care
like
what somebody got to
can we-
personally.
can we Google this place of like which one is easier to access?
Which one's closer?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one's closer?
In
None
case
of us
we
can
need to
drive.
run.
Closest one is botanical gardens. The other two that are like the tourist gardens are kind of the opposite ends of the city. And you're a little bit towards the middle right now.
Ollie, like, when he finds out that the Botanical Gardens is closer, just raises his eyebrows and gives you like a slight shrug of just like, well.
Let's save that one for a last resort. I don't want to be in jail.
Well, we did fucking go through an entire fight in a, what was that? A fucking convention hall. Just up and lit it on fire. It's not like we're gonna go to jail for that. So, it's a little breaking and entering when nobody's there.
Possible deniability for the convention fire.
And
We're not going to for this.
it's getting closer to 6, 7 in the evening now. After you guys are fully rested, so you're also heading in toward into evening night crowds in Las Vegas.
Oh boy.
Ollie
I
just shrugs and just goes, "Alright, well, whenever you fucking want to go raid the place, I'll fucking back you up, but I don't say what the big deal is. It's not like anyone's gonna be there."
hate to say this, but
You've been teaching me about these things called cameras, and they like record things. And I guess by recording they mean they like save an image, like a Polaroid, but moving.
You're right. But what were you saying?
as much as I want to leave that to the end, I do think that going to the botanical gardens might be the best option.
Ollie
If we're
will shrug
gonna,
and be like, "If there were cameras, there would be fucking cameras in a place where there's a convention going on, so we already be on a fucking CCTV."
and if we're gonna break in, it probably be best to do it at night. Not that I really want to.
Fucking squints.
I mean, it also is really suspicious that they're doing construction when all this stuff is going down. Maybe we'll find whoever it is we're looking for behind this.
God damn it. Why do I have to be the fucking last one to vote? I should have gone first.
Well, I don't care, so it's not that I voted. I just don't care what we do.
I
Makes
care
a
a little.
difference.
Yeah, I care a little.
Ollie like hooks the guitar over his shoulder and just goes, "Oh, if you're worried about cameras, I'll fucking bash them in."
That's a fair point, but that's even fucking worse. Okay, fine. We'll go to the botanical gardens.
There you go.
My mom's gonna kill me if she finds out.
Well, she won't come find out. What, are you gonna fucking rat yourself out to your mum?
She knows shit. You don't understand.
It's mom.
I'm sorry, I don't know why that was so funny to me.
He knows.
She knows
Lana,
shit.
Lana is a Puerto Rican American. Her mom knows shit.
Yeah, that
There's no hiding.
magic Latina mom that can just like looks at you and immediately knows all of your sentence.
Exactly. She can't hide shit from her mom. She's just barely handled hiding being a magical girl. And anything else, off the table. Let's just go before I regret this. I'm ready to regret this. Let's just fucking go.
Ollie's gonna
Did
unapparate his guitar.
did cameras pick up on us previously when we were magical girls?
Oh yeah, like what's the...
Again, that's one of the things of they did. Usually it was far enough away that your identities were not clear. But also, last time you were magical girls, the news of eidolons seemed to appear and disappear very, very quickly.
Yeah.
There's some sort of... You assume some sort of magical interference in the minds of people when it comes to this. You're not quite sure how and why, and to what extent, because eidolons are still a thing in some of like the deep web conspiracy websites, and you can still sometimes find pictures floating around. But it's almost like once they put the proof, like physical proof that you'd come across walking around the city of the eidolons was cleaned up, it just kind of faded from people's minds.
Okay.
So you go digging, you can still find those pictures of yourselves, still find those articles. It's just like nobody seems to ever read them or remember them now.
Okay, so we should be fine.
Okay.
So transform first before we break in.
Yep, transform first. I don't know how we would break in without transforming, to be fair.
You mean you don't want to just take rock and smash?
That's what Ollie wants to do.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
Fucking honestly, Ollie'd probably say like, well, it's under construction. We probably could just fucking walk through an open window. Don't even need to break in. Hell, they might not even have pocket walls at certain parts of it.
It's. I am so concerned for you.
Narrows his eyes. Like, fuck off.
No.
We're going to break in or not?
Yeah, we are.
What is saying it making you get all fucking willy about it?
No.
Raises an eyebrow. You fucking go, and he like
Let's fucking go.
pushes you out the door.
Let's just fucking go.
Alright. So you guys head off out of the hotel towards the botanical gardens. And it takes you a good 30, 45 minutes to walk there and catch a bus there. And by the time you reach that portion of the city, it is full swing evening Las Vegas. All the lights are on. People are kind of cruising up and down the strip. The tourists are out in their sometimes nicer clothes, sometimes still kitschy gift shop clothes, walking between restaurants and bars and hotels, and always stopping to like gawk at something in the most inconvenient place. But you eventually turn a corner and kind of start cutting through a portion of a park. The botanical gardens are attached to a fairly decent sized park area. And you see the building in the distance. It's a set of various sized kind of greenhouses. Smallest one is the size of kind of a standard like 2-3 bedroom house, with the largest one being a 2 or 3 story tall domed building that from the outside you can't really see anything because they're kind of fogged. That fogged opaque type of glass that you sometimes have in greenhouses. You can see the manicured kind of lawns and not lawns, but topiaries and fancy bushes and trees and cacti around the gardens. And when you get closer, you can see kind of the remnants of ongoing construction, of piles of what looks like sand and gravel and dirt, kind of different, what's the word I'm looking for? Pallets, there we go. Pallets of different building materials. Looks like there's 1 or 2 different like excavators and things off a little bit further away, parked for the night away from the buildings. And the closest greenhouse to you is partially taken apart. It looks like some of the plants, most of the plants inside have been moved elsewhere, but the larger ones that are like actually planted in the ground could not be moved, and they're just kind of draped over with tarps and things to try and protect them from the construction. But you guys do manage to kind of get fairly close to the very first greenhouse. You don't see anything in that partially open one. But you also know that that's probably the closest you can get without officially being in botanical gardens. Grounds where you might get caught, you might have other issues. So, what would you like to do?
Ollie turns towards Lana and then just goes, well, and nods his head.
What? Why me?
He just shrugs. Why
Fuck.
not?
What the fuck can I? Oh, I can. Okay, if I can transform, I could probably get in and out of there really quickly.
He does the little like Vanna White presenting gesture, just like towards the oh my god, the greenhouse. How about it?
Are we sure? Do we have any? Are we all going in? Is it just me? I'll do it. I just want to make sure.
Fucking wait.
Well, Ollie, we're part of a fucking team. We should all have input.
Yeah, we're fucking going. Why would we not fucking go? What are we gonna do out here? So I'd fucking put a thumb up our ass.
She's gonna fucking turn away from Ollie, just like, Roz, Rivera, do you guys want me to just try and blip in and out really fast? Do you want
I can
to
come
all
with
sneak in
you.
as...
You don't have to be alone.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to? I can try and blip
I
in and
don't
out really
mind.
fast. Yeah, okay.
We all should
What
go
do you
in.
think would be best? I will definitely come with you.
Like, that's a really shitty drawing of, like, kind of where the layouts are. You guys are, like, over here at the furthest one.
Okay.
And each circle is a different section of greenhouse or separate greenhouse. And this would be like the standard front lobby entry area where like the gift shop is tucked away. And this is the big dome.
Okay.
And are the greenhouses connected? Is that or no?
These two are connected to the dome.
So there's like a tunnel.
Yeah. This one is separate. And this one is technically separate. There's a little bit of an open air kind of sitting area thing in between the major dome and the lobby area.
So there's a like a I said tunnel. It's more like a hall, like an enclosed hallway.
Mm-hmm.
But here there's just like sidewalk between the two doors. Okay.
Okay.
Where are we?
Ollie, how big is this place?
That
Like,
one is, since it's partially taken like apart. Essentially, it's like cut in half almost. It looks like they were trying to do some restructuring of the greenhouse itself. So that one is partially like the furthest in from you has glass. It looks like new glass in it. The side closest to you is almost like skeleton. It's just the metal that would be between the panes of glass.
Ollie in like a reasonable amount of time, could Ollie do a full lap around the building, the structure?
Around all of the buildings?
Yeah, like go around the perimeter here, kind of just eyeball it from a good distance and then come back.
I mean, if he was dead running, he would probably be able to do it. So,
Okay, it's too big. It's too big to like scope out like a football field almost.
yeah, this is more
Okay.
like the size of a like not a huge like Walmart store, but a good minimum the size of like a good grocery store building.
Gotcha.
The
I'll
whole
be right
thing
back.
or just one of them?
The whole thing.
Okay. Oh, Joe's be right back.
Would there? Oh, should we take a break?
I'd like to ask for a break.
Okay, we'll take a 5-minute break.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take the time to re-listen to the description, make sure I got it clear. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the "We'll be back" screen.
Yup. Told you this is one of the ones I had a special one for.
The girls will be back. They ran off to Denny's. This is just a meme fueled spectacular. I do love the image, though. It's really cute.
I'm back.
Webba. So did you custom make these yourself, Steve?
I started with a template, but most of them, the template went out the window very fast. So I can't tell you which ones are more template and which ones are like Z fucked around long enough and figured out something that kind of looked good.
Oh, that looks so cute.
I know, right? They ran off to Denny's.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Look what Z did.
What did you do?
Look at the
It's in his
stream.
good heart.
Not
Or
the
the
Z stream, but the actual stream. Thank you.
Oh, it's so cute. Z,
I'm glad.
that's
you like it.
awesome. Oh my gosh, they ran off to Denny's. I'm so surprised Denny's stuck around this long.
Yep.
Apparently, waving Denny's in front of your faces is enough to like get you guys to focus. So I will take whatever treat I can grab to get you guys to focus sometimes.
She took away our Denny's.
Yeah, I took away the Denny's this time to get you guys to focus.
I said that we were ordering pickup food to go to the hotel.
Hitting up the Bojangles drive-through.
In and out. Get it straight.
In
and
the
out.
noot.
Oh yeah, that's just a thing I decided with Lana, is that as soon as there is downtime, her main priority is get food, because she is an athlete and she eats a lot.
Fair enough.
So like, it's like, okay, we finished this? Okay, grab nearest food, sit down, figure shit out. Oh man.
Doing something really quick. Just a few minutes.
You know, take your time. Ah man. My throat is sore.
Okay. So,
Okay.
are we all here?
Yes.
Yep.
Yee.
Well,
Alright. So, you guys are standing outside of the botanical gardens, kind of staring at these various greenhouses. Standing immediately outside of one that is partially deconstructed right now. What are you guys going to do?
Could I try and get an eidolon, maybe? Potentially?
You can roll me a mystical.
Okay. Could I potentially get some vines to do a little digging so I get a +1?
And not if this was closer, like if you were like right up against some of the greenhouses, you could check that greenhouse that way. But if you're trying to like check all of the greenhouses, your vines would not reach far enough.
Okay.
Is the way I am picturing your vines right now with like your current strength, your vines reach out probably good 30 feet, but not all the way through all of these greenhouses because these again are some decently sized greenhouses.
Yeah. I was more referring to the plants that were still in the ground, like trying to tap into those to echolocate, I guess is kind of the idea, but that's fine. Mystical, you said?
Yes.
Let's fucking go.
Look at that, getting out all the red ones early on the game, so you get nothing but green. You explain to me how you are trying to suss out this. Like, what are you doing exactly?
I kind of imagine she would, kneel down, put her hands to the earth, and try and sense an anomaly. Is because like she's worked with soil, she's worked with plants and kind of thing, and she has picked up on since last night worked on that particular eidolon, trying to get a signature of either something that doesn't feel right in what is normal, or potentially kind of the same vibe she got from the eidolon experiments she was messing with. That same kind of like sickly
Gotcha.
vibe.
I gotta text this to somebody really fast. So you start kind of trying to reach out for this a very specific type of energy that you have felt. And you kind of let out a slow breath and close your eyes. You like kneel down to the ground or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and place your hand against the ground and spread your awareness. And it seems normal immediately close to you. And it seems normal, and it seems normal. And then all of a sudden you hit a wall of eidolon magic.
Oh no. It's in the big place, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. If the magic that you sensed in the little plants in your greenhouse were like small individual bricks, this is a 2 or 3 story tall wall.
Oh boy.
2 or 3 stories tall, huh? Question.
Mm.
How strong is magical girl strong?
In what way?
Is it possible to give someone a good enough boost that I could lift them and then have them jump and they make it to some window, maybe?
Yeah, you should be able to if you're both transformed between your boosted strength and their boosted strength and athleticism. You probably could boost somebody up into a third story window or so.
Ollie's gonna look at it and kind of squint his eyes,
And I
take
will
a
I
few
will
steps
pause you
back.
there for a second. The
Uh-huh.
wall of eidolon magic, that was me making a metaphor.
Oh.
A brick to
Oh.
a 3-story tall wall,
Gotcha.
not a actual wall of magic.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay,
Just
I'm
gonna
wondering what
fucking
you're doing.
literally just gonna fucking
You
throw
just
Lana into the air.
I mean, you still can if you want to.
She won't get as high because she won't be helping me throw herself into the air. Um so I mean there's no obvious way in.
How strong was this magic compared to what we fought in the desert?
Stronger.
Oh, this is stronger. Okay.
If you're
Can we
talking about the worm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stronger.
can we all feel it?
You can all roll mystical and see.
Haha, my dumb stat.
Hmm.
Sure.
Jesus.
Ollie feels
Nope.
it. Lana does not. Lana just sees, like, Roz go down, touch the ground, and stiffen. So you know something's up because of Roz, but you don't sense the specifics of this magic. Ollie, since you're not necessarily focusing like Roz is, you start to just get that, like, goosebumps on your arms. Little tingle down your spine of, like, oh, okay, there's something nearby.
Ollie wipes his nose a little bit and looks around. Uh so it's late enough that everyone's gone home and there's no lights or anything, right?
Yeah, this park, because it's a park, yes, but it's not necessarily like a green lush tree park that you would see because this is Las Vegas and it's hot.
Mhm.
So there's not a whole bunch of people that are like tempted to stay pretty late. And then generally parks clear out at night because except for like the problem people. Um you don't see anybody around right now. There's not any like really tourists hanging out extra late because the botanical gardens are closed. Um, so you're fairly sure that there's nobody immediately around you.
So it's pretty dark. There's no floodlights or anything like that for construction. Everything's powered down. Um, I mean, Ollie will look at the rest of the group and then look back at the biggest dome, just kind of the basic center of the image of this whole fucking garden, and he'll just start walking forward to try and like. Does he have to press himself through this magical wall? Is it like walking into like a haze?
Again, there is no wall. Ignore the
Yeah,
wall.
but no. But like, is it sort of like the sense of like walking through like a really thick fog? Like it's got a noticeable presence to it.
The closer you get, the more goosebumps you're feeling. It
Gotcha.
is not a like haze of magic. for you, it feels like walking up to somebody with Ollie's history, walking up to some dude in the bar that you know is probably gonna fuck you up, but you want to fight him anyway.
Okay. Ollie, he's getting that sort of squirrely nervousness about him, where he's looking over his shoulder a lot, looking left and right a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But he kind of rolls his neck going around his shoulders a little bit, and he just goes, "All right, no fucking rest for the wicked." And he's gonna transform and start casually walking forwards with his guitar slung over his shoulder.
Wait, what the fuck is happening?
Did Lana say that?
Yeah.
Ollie turns around and just goes, "Fuck you, mean? We're getting a fucking inside."
Okay, we were sitting here, Roz felt the ground doing all her cool plant stuff. You get anxious and you start walking there. Roz stiffens, you start walking, you transform. What's happening? Can someone tell me something? Anything? Like one thing?
I hope you're ready for a big fight.
Ah, fuck. Don't tell me anything.
I've changed my mind. I don't want to know.
Ollie, like initially is like, "What the fuck do you think is happening?" And then you're just like, "I don't want to know." And you just immediately just like, "What?" Just shakes his head and then turns around and just goes, "Now you fucking coming to what?"
Oh,
Hurry up!
of course I'm coming.
He just
Fuck
starts
you.
walking forward.
Are we doing this?
We're heading towards the big dome.
Okay, are we going in loud? I feel like we shouldn't go in loud.
No, we should not go in loud.
Ollie, fucking slow down.
Ollie's he's just walking. He's not running. He's not walking forward with like a wind up a bat sort of swing. He's just like,
Okay, that's what
he's
I
kind
imagined.
of, yeah, this is a very casual, aloof sort of like, okay, there's something spooky hiding around out here. So he's just gonna act extremely casual, no big deal, not like he's not nervous at all, and be transformed. So like in his head, if he projects that he is totally calm, then whatever is watching him will be like, "Oh, okay, he's either expecting it or he doesn't give a shit." Like he's trying to project an air of confidence by being aloof.
He's trying to fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, alright. Transforming, try to figure out what's in there first before we go in.
He fucking
Well, we
turns around
probably
and he's
should
like,
try
"Would
and
you
find an
fucking ladies
entrance.
hurry the fuck up? I'm not gonna fucking do this for myself. I'm fucking scoping this shit out. I need you to
Okay,
get a closer look. I'm not gonna fucking see it from 40 yards away."
okay, well, fuck you. Transforms, is next to Ollie in a blink. You hurry up.
Fucking like,
Angry, sassy British men like paired against fucking Latina Flash.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know, I'm just walking here, man. Hurry up.
it's a Johnny Torch versus
Constantine versus Flash.
Oh my god, yeah.
See how many people get pissed off at that one.
Low key. Piper? Is Piper here?
Can't hear
I heard
you,
Piper.
Piper's muted in Discord.
Oh, oops. I was saying, it's okay, we don't have fans anyway.
Wow.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You say that.
Actually, there's been more people watching. On average, there's about 30 or 40 people watching most streams.
Seriously? Damn.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I only see 2.
That's because they're like plugged in different ways. It's not coming through as viewers, but I can pull up a viewer list and there's about
They
30
don't
or
say
40
anything,
people.
they don't exist. So,
Okay, well, that's great. Of course, I play all the stupid characters. You know what? I'm just gonna block that out of my mind.
it's okay, we have Ollie to make up for it.
Yeah, okay. I was just gonna say, fun fact, Flash is Lana's favorite superhero.
I'm not surprised.
Not surprising at all.
Exactly. So yeah, time to try to scope out this place without alarming any bells. Try to figure out what the fuck we're dealing with.
So you know that, like, essentially the 3 doorways into this place. Let me see here and do something different color. And so here, here, and here would be the outside doors. You would have to go through like a hallway connecting these two. So there would probably be a hallway or a secondary set of doors where those 2 lines are. Those would be the outside doors. You can also try to walk around the building and scope out what you can see without entering if you want. But if you want to go in without smashing a window in, you're either gonna have to scope out and see if there happens to be something, or go through one of the doors.
See if there's like a maintenance door or an underground.
Let's give it a little walk around. We'll do a little walkabout. Just kind of scope shit out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really fast
Pair
walk
up.
around. Pair up.
Pair up.
Why pair up?
Buddy system. Always buddy system.
Can't we just all be buddies?
I thought we were all walking in a unit.
Yeah.
I was just saying half the time, but that's fine.
Oh yeah. Oh, like split up and then meet in the middle.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, gang, let's split up and search for clues.
Okay, gang, let's split up and
That
meet up on the
ego
other
is
side,
goofy.
going in opposite directions. That I would be okay with that. We could split up,
Yeah.
walk all the way around it, and then meet.
Yeah, like one group goes that way, other group goes that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Right. What's the buddy system here?
I don't know. Ollie has more options now.
Ollie looks at all 3 of you, and he just shrugs, just goes, I'm just gonna fucking start walking, and one of you come follow me. And he's gonna turn around, start walking towards the left. He's gonna walk this
He's
way.
all yours, Lana.
I was about to say, does anyone want to follow him?
I feel like you're the most qualified to handle him.
What makes me fucking... I can't even handle myself. She starts walking. She's like, I can't even handle myself. How am I supposed to handle him?
You know, it's rude to talk about people like that.
I wasn't trying to be rude.
I mean, it's true, but still.
I'm sorry. Lana must be rubbing off on me.
Alright, so the two groups split up. One goes left, one goes right. I'm assuming with the intention of meeting up at the main entry area.
Yep, and avoiding detection from humans.
So, I will need a d20 from either Joe or Amy, and a d20 from either Iris or Piper.
All you,
Dibs.
Joe. Yeah, I was gonna say, all you.
Yes!
Oh no.
Yes. Mind blower, get fucked.
I shouldn't have let you roll.
I don't know why you agreed to let him roll.
That's because I know he likes rolling, and I don't want the
This is true. You have to beat me to the fucking auto roller.
It's because I am not here because I'm the one that's always immediate. Joe doesn't roll. I get to be the DM this side, so his chaos is now everybody's chaos.
Yeah, I don't like rolling for stuff like that. I don't want the responsibility.
I love it. That's the best.
So, as the two groups kind of work their way around, I will also need mystical rolls from everyone.
Ah,
Oh no, Rivera asking the hard questions.
it's gonna be an RP later. God damn.
I mean, Ollie's got a +0, so I'm not holding my breath for that.
I mean, here's the thing. Lana's got a -1.
I'm just imagining Rivera is distracting Roz by asking her questions. And so they're both distracted, which means that's the only reason that Roz ends up going from green down to yellow. And then somehow Lana and Ollie are bickering.
I imagine Lana doesn't even do it intentionally, but because she's transformed, she just moves slightly faster than normal.
I did not switch over.
You move faster than normal, and then Ollie's just like, "Oi, fuck off! Why are you running?
What?
Fuck are you running for? What's that fucking race? What was this?"
I'm not running.
He does a really obnoxious impersonation of you, like speed walking, just like, "Oh yeah, what's fucking this then?"
Looks down at herself. I think I just move like this when I'm transformed. I don't mean to race. I mean, if you want to race, we can.
I don't want fucking
I don't.
race.
I was
You're
like, I don't
fucking
think
made
we
of lightning.
should.
Of course I'm not gonna fucking win a race.
Yeah. Look, I just gave you the option. Um, it's just that she's just slightly faster, just by default.
This conversation happening while walking, and then Ollie's
Yeah.
just having to like, "Would you fucking like catching
Yeah,
up and
Lana
then
has to stop.
complaining?"
Lana has to stop and just like, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to walk fast.
It's not my fault, damn it. Um,
Roz is going to do that anime thing where there's like an explosion on the other side of this building, and then like Lana and Ollie are gonna be like, "Hell's going on over there?"
Blinks, Lana's gone.
I keep thinking about how you said Lana's just like a shitposty memer, and
Mhm.
the fact that you reference SpongeBob memes. I keep thinking of just Lana as the SpongeBob memes, and I think my favorite one is the one where you said, it's like, "Want to see me run to that rock? Want to see me run to that rock and back again?
Mhm.
Or want to see me run from here to that rock? Or where the fuck? God damn it!
Yeah.
Maybe do it again.
You know the meme. Want to see me do it again?"
Yeah, it just but it's lightning themed cuz I really like this power for no reason. It doesn't do all that much other than just make her fast as fuck. It's like, yeah, you can get to any location you can see without having to make like a check. You can just fucking get there. You're that fucking fast. Sorry, continue. Go ahead.
We're gonna
T.
put the
Sorry.
blinders back on.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So you will start with Alana and Ollie. The two of you, as you're kind of moving around the side of the building, ever so slightly bickering, you're kind of scoping out this greenhouse. And you can see where some panels and such have been boarded up, where there does not seem to be any glass, but they are boarded up with fairly heavy duty pieces of wood. And you both can assume that this is probably why the construction is happening. Something happened at some point, whether that be a bad storm came through, or some vandalism, or just age. It is causing the greenhouse to need some repairs. And you're kind of walking around the side of this building. You see there's probably find a new color. See, there's like one in the side over here, and then there's one way up in like second, third floor level here, and another one that you see approaching a little bit closer, probably about 10 feet up on the a little bit further on. And you take note of these, but you're not paying very much attention beyond the physical. And so the two of you miss it. And suddenly, mid bickering, Ollie trying to kind of make fun of Lana's movement again. Lana's turning, spinning on her heel, kind of argue backwards. There is a vine around your leg. And a sharp prick in the back of your calf muscle. And it goes black.
I'm
Black.
done.
Shush. Done. Shush.
For who?
Both.
Is it both of them?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Roz and Rivera. As Rivera is slowly torturing Roz with her questions, you are also seeing a similar state on the other side of this greenhouse, where there seems to be a couple of blocked off holes in the greenhouse where there's some repairs going on. One is in the hallway between these two. And then you see another one very low to the ground and very small right here. And as you guys are progressing, you guys, Lana and Ollie, the two of you are right about halfway along the side of the greenhouse when you guys are caught. Rivera and Roz, the two of you make it almost around to kind of that walled garden area between the entry gift shop area and the main building. And as you're coming around, Rivera, you're right in the middle of talking to Roz. When you feel your foot get caught, and a vine wrap around your leg, and this sharp prick, and the world goes black. Roz, you are just barely tuned into your surroundings enough. You're distracted and flustered at the moment, but you're just enough in your element that you can feel something's off, something's weird. All of a sudden, the plants that you're around outside of this botanical garden, they're not just normal plants. And you're kind of caught mid-talking as you turn back towards Rivera to respond and kind of try to, like, there's something going on, something's going on. You see Rivera collapse and then be pulled into a hole.
Bruh.
And you have just enough time to try taking a couple, stumbling forward a couple of steps, and then you feel that vine around your leg and the sharp prick in the back of your calf muscle.
Rivera!
And Rivera is the last word you choke out as the world goes black. All of you are kind of floating for a moment. There's this uncomfortable sensation in the back of your mind of you're conscious, but you can't move, you can't open your eyes, you feel like there's sensation, but it's wrong. And you feel your body being moved, but the pressure of things on your body, of your arms being lifted, of your legs being shifted, comes and then fades almost immediately as soon as you're aware of it. And you're struggling to get out, and then it feels like a hand almost grabbing the back of each of your heads. And suddenly the world shifts. I want all of you to roll a d4 for me.
Darn it. I was hoping for a 1. Or a 4.
Kidding me.
So, as you feel this hand on the back of your head, Braz, there is suddenly just this surge of magic that comes racing through you. And you can feel your body gasp for breath like you were drowning. And you can feel all of a sudden very acutely that there are vines completely surrounding you. And not your vines. Something else. And as this magic sweeps through your body and you regain this sensation, there's a moment almost like you're floating outside of your body, where you are acutely aware of everything that you are feeling. And it hurts. It's uncomfortable. It's claustrophobic. But you're also detached from it. And this magic shoots through and spreads, and then collapses back into your core. And your consciousness just gets sucked back into that. Thrown into this hailstorm of magic. You are magically inclined enough that you are so confused and so overwhelmed, but just present enough, just knowledgeable enough to realize this feels familiar somehow. And you suddenly feel yourself slip into a vision of just your consciousness floating. And here, right? You should be able to see a new folder with a new vision in it if it did not pull up directly for you.
It did not pull up, but I do see Ra's vision.
You just see this massive figure of a woman who is made of plant and earth and green swirling magic and gold veins, standing before you, eyes closed, almost like she's asleep. And you kind of turn your attention and you see just inky blackness behind, to either side of you and above and below you. You turn your attention back towards this woman, and suddenly this inky blackness is starting with her hands and feet to envelop. And your instinct is to call out, but there's no voice. Yet as you struggle to yell for this woman, get closer to this woman, suddenly the eyes snap open, and they are molten gold, staring blankly ahead. And you try to call out again, and even though there's no sound, the eyes slowly drift in your direction and lock onto where you are. And it feels like liquid fire in your veins. And you get a single phrase in this voice you have never heard before that is almost too quiet to hear and too loud to understand. Of not again. And you are sucked back through the hailstorm of magic into your body, and you are now hanging upside down by vines that have wrapped over every inch of your body all the way up to your neck, and you can feel them crawling towards your face, and your eyes snap open as you're starting to pant, again feeling like you've been drowning, and you see your friends in similar situations. We'll cut to Lana. Lana.
Give me a second. Give me a fucking second. Down.
Shut down in a blaze of glory.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
I'm going to... I won't do that just yet. See if I can... Lana, you are in the same situation. You feel this movement of your body that seems to fade in and out of your consciousness, coming and going, realizing something is moving around you, but it's not quite there. It's like a dream of a dream of a dream as it comes and goes. You just know that you don't like it. That the energy that generally just courses through you, whether it be the lightning magic that you control or just the general need for movement and action that you have in your day-to-day life, is trapped. And you are thrashing in your mind as much as you can, trying to break free. And you feel that hand on the back of your head, almost like somebody trying to turn your attention towards something. And your first instinct is to fight against it. But the hand doesn't leave, and suddenly you are just sailing through and being bombarded by magic you don't understand. None of it is familiar. None of it feels right. And suddenly you are floating in space. You look down at yourself and you see your fully powered costume is on. One that you haven't seen in years. And you kind of twist and turn and spin, trying to look around you, and you just see space as far as the eye can see. Nothing, no planets, no suns, just stars and darkness. And you eventually stop, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to look. And as you're just kind of staring out, you notice one star disappears. Then another. And another. And slowly, all of the stars in that direction seem to just blink out. And this growing mass of empty void lingers. And it's spreading faster and faster and faster. And then it is seeming to come directly towards you, even though there is nothing there but darkness. You feel like there is something racing in your direction. And as it gets so close, you feel like you need to turn and run. You feel a presence behind you. And you look over your shoulder. And you should also see a new vision in the journal. You see a figure standing behind you, made of blue magic and starlight, with just moons for eyes, staring not at you, towards that void. And without looking at you, she lifts a hand and places it on your arm, and her hand is so large it takes up your entire arm from shoulder to wrist. And she leans over you and points with her other hand towards the void. And in much the same gesture as an adult trying to turn the attention of a child somewhere, you turn back, and all you see is void. And you stare just long enough that you're like, there's nothing there. What are you wanting me to see? And then it feels like the worlds shift around you, and you're suddenly focusing on something so far in the distance that you didn't even know it. You see just a swirling mass of magic. Realize, this must be what my friends see when they talk about magic. This is what they describe. Just this massive swirling storm of every color you can imagine, throwing itself against what looks like darkness in shards of glass. And a single figure, small, tiny, standing not too far from that chaos. Single silhouette that you're not sure who or what it is, but just standing there. And there's a whisper from the woman behind you. Run to her. And suddenly your consciousness is thrown back through the magical storm that brought you here. And you are upside down, hanging a good 15, 20 feet off the ground, with your arms tied behind you, your wrists, your ankles tied together, in a vine that is now creeping up the side of your face, threatening to go completely around your head. And you kind of start struggling in this turn, and you can see Roz's eyes open, not too far away. And we will go to Ollie.
Oh, shit.
Ollie, your fight instincts have never kicked in quite as hard as they have in this instance. You fight against every sensation that you get, no matter how fleeting, how ghost-like it is. You are trying to get your body to move. You're just aware enough of yourself that you know that there's something keeping you from moving, and you want to move, damn it. And it is such a fierce fight that even when you feel this hand at the back of your head, you thrash against it. It almost feels like you managed to dislodge it for a second, and it comes back even harder, and your consciousness is just ripped away. And suddenly, you are back in the fight that you remember being in right before you shifted into this timeline. And you see these old cars around you torn to shreds by the eidolon you're fighting. You turn and you see two of your bandmates on the ground, not moving. You think they're breathing, but you don't have time to even try to check as you hear a scream. And you turn back and you see the lead singer of your band in the same position as your first vision, seemingly being turned into energy. Like her very being is magic and it is being sucked away, but now you can see where it's going. And your eyes follow this energy. And you have a new vision. You see a figure that is more emptiness than anything physical. Of a looks to be man, standing 25, 30 feet tall, down the street, hand outstretched towards your friend. Her magic seemingly sucked into his very being. All you see are these two almost suns for eyes. And you start running for your friend, reaching out. She disappears. And you turn fully towards this figure. And as this hand lowers, you see galaxies bursting in his face into this jagged, jack-o'-lantern-esque smile. And you just hear a laugh in the back of your mind that you don't get scared easily, but it sends ice through every one of your bones. And you hear a single voice, as somebody is whispering in your ear. Fight still. Can't happen again. And your consciousness is ripped out of the scene, flying back through the magic and into your body. And you can feel the vines over every inch of you seeming to wrap around your neck, trying to strangle you. And we will cut to Rivera.
You're fucked.
Rivera, you try to fight these sensations. Try to focus on getting yourself back into your body, on holding on to every single sensation that you feel. But you just can't quite make it. And that hand comes onto the back of your head, and you're pulled from your physical being, and thrown through magic. But you get the sensation that this is not the first time you have been thrown through magic before. It's disorienting, but you're not panicked. It's like second time you go on a roller coaster and you kind of remember the sensations and you know what to expect. But you're brought to a screeching halt, floating in space. You kind of look and you realize it's not unlike the space that the gate you were taken to existed in. Of just purple void and stars. But rather than ruins and rocks and rubble, there are planets. Planets of every shape and size, of different colors, of some with clouds seeming to cover the surface, others just of pure rock, some that you're fairly certain if you look at just long enough, there's planet-wide carvings on. And as you're kind of marveling at all of this, you hear a commotion behind you and turn, and you see you should have a new vision. A figure standing behind you. Blade made of molten metal in hand. And she's just kind of staring at you with this expression that looks almost sad. And you realize the commotion is happening even further behind her, where you see her fighting a figure cloaked in shadow. Every time one hits the other, either bright flame bursts or shadow wisps away. And she just stares at you and moves a little closer and reaches out with a single finger, kind of lifts your chin. And as she touches you, your mind flashes and you remember Elizabeth standing in front of you, teacup dress on, that is golden in color. Turning towards you, reaching out a hand, smiling, and you hear her voice saying, "You have to get up." And as you reach for her hand, another vision flashes and your hand connects with somebody else's. It's a man this time. Still with this golden outfit on, you think it was a team member, but you don't remember where, and you look and it's not any place you recognize around you, and you're hauled to your feet, and as you stand on your feet, your vision swims again, and there's another figure releasing your hand. This time you're in armor. And as they turn away from you, you see a figure made of glass and darkness, slowly advancing in your direction. And your vision settles back on this woman in front of you. And she kind of presses the tip of this blade against your chest, and you can feel this burning in your core. It's not painful, but it's not pleasant either. And she just gets close to your ear This is the last time. We can't do it again. And your consciousness is ripped away. And you're sent hurtling back through the magic again. Voices you don't recognize ringing in your ears. Sounds of battle and explosion, and suddenly silence. As your eyes open and you gasp for breath. And you are also entangled in vines. You can see the others around you starting to struggle. And slowly, one by one, each of you get that sensation running down your spine. Something's watching me. And you turn. And you see you're in the greenhouse. And the floor is covered in monsters. And at the very center, close to where the fountain is, at the center of the greenhouse, Lana and Roz, you two recognize the orchid. But transformed and mutated beyond recognition, standing 30 feet tall, roots planted into the ground, as the plants around it shake with magic and seem to try and grow into new eidolons. And that's where we'll end it.
Holy fuck!
My fingers hurt so much. Jesus Christ. Also, what the fuck?
What?